Right, hello you lovely tubers. Right, my new NC750 DCT. I've done a few little mods to it. First of all, I've started with a new hugger that I've fitted down here, and it just fastens to a cable tie at the back. Just got to cut that off, and that holds that on in place there. I've also, as we move around, put a new radiator guard on it. I'm still waiting for Honda to phone me up for the heated grips, but I've bought myself a new cruise control, so I think, depending on how much battery we've got left, we'll start fitting that. So let's see if we can get you in a place where you can watch me do it, and let's go from there. I'm just going to cut you off from here. So you get all the little bits with it. That doesn't come with it, that's a separate and two small Allen keys, a hinge. Looks a bit, to be quite honest with you, a bit plasticky. Right, let's just see how we get on. I'm trying to put you in a place whereby you'll be able to see. It's quite hard on a bike. Certainly on one of these it is. Editing required after I've done this. Alright, so maybe that'll do it for you. Right, so let's see how it works. I would say, first things first, that goes into there, goes onto there. Like so. And I can tell you now straight off, without even looking at that, kind of see there, as you can see, how that connects. Now, does that connect on the bottom? So that's a bit really flimsy. If you look there, that piece there fits into there. That is awful. That is absolutely awful. To say the least. I'm going to be dead honest with you. I don't even want to put this on my bike. That's the way it goes. It goes down there and in there. Well, that is a universal kit that says it fits the NC750. That's £49. That's going back to eBay. Because, my dear people, that's who they are. Don't buy them. They're an absolute bag of crap. That will not fit the 2023, and I did specify what I wanted it for. I would say, to be honest, I'd say they've sent that one out and it's for the older one, because this piece here was narrower. It was quite a bit narrower than this on my older NC. But I don't think I'd put it on. That is just absolutely, that little plastic piece there to hold the joints together is, no. That's your life you're dealing with. I wouldn't bother. Right, so, not for me at all. I'm afraid, my fellow YouTubers, that is a failure. So all of this going back in the pack, and it's going back to the manufacturer, because sometimes, and this was a supplied in the UK, you know, it's been made in China, it's utter garbage, and that's what's wrong with us now. We want stuff cheap, and there's no value in buying cheap. You're just basically wasting your time and wasting your money, because that's what you're doing there. That is just an utter waste of money. I will seal that up, and I will send that back from west it came, to say the least. I would advise anyone not to bother. I can see why the one I want is £200, and it's up. The one I'm actually looking at from the States, it connects to your brake as well, so it's got a little lever that you lock your cruise control on, and then when you pull your brake it knocks it off automatically. So when we get that, we will show you that. So unfortunately that is a failure. Not all bad though, because we've still got a couple more things to do. We've got a new piece which is to go here. And this is pure egg, so pure egg won't be a failure, I would have thought. And that's to go into there. So I think that is our next mission. These, what's seen of them, part of them we glue them on. So there's a couple of screws as well in this. Well, this is handy to know. Got a couple of little grommets. So we've just got a couple of little grommets there, as you can see now. We'll find out what they're for. We'll get to the instructions any second now. I would say they're the items to stick it on with. Now, what this says is actually, by the looks of that, take off the mudguard. So we need to take off the actual mudguard for it to fit onto there. So let's just, because even this one looks a bit, let's just have a quick gander. It's a pure, that looks, it goes in there like that. Right, so it's now time to take off the front mudguard. Let's just see what it's got. It has Allen keys, and it looks like 8mm bolts. Yeah, so let's have a look. There we go, just pull them off. We get our Allen keys. I would say they're giving you little stickers that you put round. Now, whether you're better off a proper Bondo glue to hold this, it's one of them, isn't it? Right, so that should now just slide out nicely. Lift up in the centre there, slightly tilt it. Always a bit tight on these, and then bring them forward, and there we go. Now, we'll use some of these pads. Put them around. The edges. This is what it says to do. Again, not rocket science, is it? There's a number of ways that you can do this. As long as you keep them even as you put them on. I think that's all that matters. I'll stick a few on that. Don't go in the arm. More stickiness, the happier they are. That's all my moon's gone. Right, so the best bit now. This is a bit when you've got no fingernails. Is a pain in the arse. Pardon the French. Last one. What are the odds on this taking forever? Well, I can't believe it. Right. So now, the easy bit, we'll wedge it on that part first, and then we'll push it down. So, put it on there, and that doesn't look at all good. Too big and not too intrusive, which I think they're gonna be, to be honest. Yeah, they are. They're just gonna be too big and intrusive. What a shame. I would have rather used my own. Right, yeah, they're gonna be too big. So 4mm it is. Better. Right. We will come back to you once we've done the drilling. Now, just to let you know, I've put some super glue in there. I'm going to put some black sealant in as well. But I've screwed mine in because I don't think them little dowels will do anything. And I'll fill these in, put little caps on them, and I'll seal it round here as well with a bit of sealant. And I think that'll be just fine for that. And as you can just see, that's hail now. So we won't be taking the dogs either in this, that's for certain. So I'll come back to you when it's all back on. Now, just to let you know, so what I've done now, I've fastened it together as described. Now I'm just going to use some black bond in between here, in between the edge. Glove, smooth it around there like so. So it's got a nice seal in between. We'll also do it underneath here, which no one can see this, so I'm not too worried under it. I'll put a bit under there, and that will also help it bond and seal, because I have no intentions of taking this off when I sell the bike anyway. So when this bike goes, this will go with it. So there we go, whoever gets it, you're going to get a nice free mudguard splash. Just pull that around there, like that. And that will do nicely. Seal that up. Throw that glove away. And we'll start with that one. We'll just pull this off. And there we have. So it's sealed underneath there. So now it's just a case of putting the mudguard back on. The 8mm on the back, the two back ones. And don't tighten them up, just put them in loosely so that you so you can line them up. I tend to use to line it up there. Right, you lovely tubers, that's the couple of jobs finished for today. So that's on now, guards on, failure on the cruise control. We're going to buy the one from America, it's a lot dearer. Back huggers on, I'm going to get a shocker sock for it. And that's the work on the rainy day. on my wonderful NC750 DCT. Thanks for watching. Bit by bit, getting sorted. I'm waiting for parts on the Bergman now. I'm waiting for the new solenoid starter motor for that. I've had all the cables out and cleaned them up today. Clean up the fuse box. Gone through all of these, so they're spotless. We'll get that on. If it starts up straight away, then we'll put a voltmeter on again, rev it, and we'll see what's happening on the voltage low and high side. Right, at that, thanks for watching. Birchwood Biker out.